Okay, Arms of Orion, composite operator. January 6, 2025. I almost said 2024. We have a nice downside push. Um, I'm gonna just keep saying this over and over and over again because like every day, all these videos I keep making. What are we taking trades off? Divergences. Um, we had the big push up on a gap open. I'm gonna show you this real quick. I'm gonna bring this in. Big open gap here. Push to the upside. We were closing a gap. We had an open gap here before. I've already deleted that. But we had a gap here that we were still trying to close, and that closed it. And we still have this big gap open from all the way back in, well, that's not that far back. It's actually right after Christmas there. Time feels weird around this time of year. But now we're into the new year. So got about a third of that, maybe, just under half of that gap close before it rejected. Really nice hard rejection there. So that's kind of what we were working off in the macro. I'll take it down now to the low time frames here. So on this, I got the 5 minute, and I got this is the 5, this is the 3. 3 minutes on your left, 5's here on the right. But again, we get the MACD divergence. And it took a little while. Today, I didn't get bamboozled into taking it too early. I was just kind of waiting to see how this was going to end up shaking out. And what we always want to do, right, is like the other day when I took that loss, I was trying to get in too early. I was like trying, instead of waiting for a confirmation. So what's the confirmation? Below the 21 EMA. This thing starts to turn over. We kind of get a double top. We had a bunch of them kiss right here on the 3 minute. But came up a little bit, and then we finally rolled. Once you get the confirmation off of the MACD, once this starts to push, you're kind of okay to get in here. But you can see this comes down to touch the 21 EMA and still comes back up. So if you wait for that closure below, you're a little bit more safe to take it. And then you get the zero line cross right here. You get your zero line cross on your 3 minute chart. The 1 minute had already done it. The 15-second was already like pushing. So those were already in confluence saying we're going to get that push. Got the 236, which is a high probability pullback. That's where the pause is. You could also enter there. If you think it's going to keep pushing, if it's below the zero line, we also had the 5 minute pushing as well towards that zero line cross. But once this breaks here, we get the 382. So I got in I was up here. Once it started to go and we crossed over this time and we were continuing lower on this, I pretty much was saying, okay, we're gonna get the pullback here. But I think I got in right around the 20. Again, I'd have to double check the exact number I got in at, but it was right in here. And I took it all the way through to the 382, getting the newer low on like what I would call like the market cycle push or the double leg right here. Boom, little pause, new low. And I didn't take it into the 5-0, I just took it right here into the 382 retrace. Let me delete that now. But you can see there's the pop. And then what I did here was you can see here's the liquidity box we got from earlier, kind of where everything was paused before the market this was market open, the push down, and then the kind of like the gap and go type situation. This was the liquidity box here. So what I did here, and you can look at this, I was kind of thinking, okay, we have that mini one here, and we have to try to work through this liquidity. So once I saw it rejecting here, then I'm like, okay, then we're going to probably get the 618. So I took another small push trade into the 618. This time I had a runner, so and what you have here too is an overall bigger market cycle push, right? Whoops. Boom, boom, boom. and you're looking for those in the higher time frames to play out like that. So again, I got in this trade once we kind of came back into this liquidity box here, took half off at the 618 and never really had to look back, and it came all the way back down into the 786. It's a pretty fast trade. I mean, this is a 3-minute chart, so I was still in that trade for a little bit, but nothing. Once I got in, I never took the heat as I was going to get stopped out. So I think I did take a little bit of heat on here because I think I entered on this candle right here after I think it already had hit the 618. I don't remember. Maybe this one here. I don't think I took any heat, or I did. Maybe I think I got in right here at the pivot, and it did kind of jostle around in there. So I probably took some heat on this second candle because I didn't take the trade off until like it down into here on the first take profit. So that was a little wonky, but then once we passed that and got rid of my half of my contracts, then it kind of played out pretty quick, and I didn't really have to mess around too much waiting. So those were like the really two good trades. I had a couple scalp longs through here, but I really didn't catch too much of the upside move because I didn't start trading until really after 9 o'clock. So I waited for all that data to get released this morning, and then I started to trade. So I didn't even really start trading until right around in this section. It was kind of moving slow anyways. So I think I got 2 scalps through here, and this was already diverging. So all I did, I believe I took my RSI reset. That was my best long scalp, and then I think I took another little one through here somewhere, and it was like really small, maybe 1.5 scalp. This one I got like 2.5 points on, but these were the big ones because I was just waiting for that to set up. Sure enough, it set up. Again, zero line crosses gives you more of the confidence for this to push and keep pushing. So after that, I was kind of done. I just moved on and said, okay, that's enough for me today. Great day. These 2 trades here were more than enough to like set me off great. But you can see on the 5-minute too, you got the zero line cross as well. Obviously it comes after, but this is where too, like I was kind of playing around in here, and I didn't want to get too cheeky with it because you just don't know if this is going to turn, because this is still trying to make its way. Once you get this cross, then you can start playing here for the continued push into the full retrace and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, MACD div, check. Zero line crosses, check. Fib retrace, check. Market structure, pushing, check. All of it in there happens pretty much every day, and that's how you make that money. It's a short video today. I'm not going to talk about any profits I made today just because I think people are getting, you know how that goes. You talk about money and people get all up in arms and all pissy about it. So whatever. It doesn't really matter. I don't need to show that, but sometimes I show that just to show the opportunity that can be had in trading. It's an unbelievable. It's an unbelievable. If you can learn trading, it's going to take you into the rest of the end. Like I'm getting older, so like you want to have something that's evergreen that you can trade into your older years and do it from home. Not a lot of overhead, so on and so forth. That's what trading can get you. So, anyways, have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya.